Well, to shed more light on this anniversary of the 71st commemoration of the July 23rd revolution, we have the pleasure to have this phono with General Samir Farag, strategic expert. لنلقي الضوء على هذه
Afternoon, sir. Let's shed more light
على ثورة الثالث
on the 23rd of July revolution. We are very much delighted to have with us via phone General Samir Farag, our strategic expert.
بعد التحية يا فندم.
أهلا بيك يا فندم.
بنحيي حضرتك في هذا اليوم.
Thank you very much for being with us, sir, in this happy day.
نعرف من حضرتك
We'd like to know
كانت أحوال البلاد
how was Egypt
أثناء أو إبان اندلاع
during or just before the 23rd of July revolution. Sure, Egypt was in a very bad condition, suffering dire circumstances after the 1948 war and after losing Palestine. Then the Free Soldiers movement was formed, and on the internal level there was such a rich class, it's a monopoly for all the wealth, and other who were very poor, no industries. It was a monopoly for the foreigners who were there. Also the occupation on the Egyptian lands by the British occupation. Regarding the political incidents, they were very much different. The King Farag, he was very far from what's going on the ground. Very bad social circumstances, no education, was not free. With all these reasons, the 23rd of July revolution took place by the Free Soldiers movement, which realized a number of achievements. First, there is for the first time an Egyptian president, not from the Alawi family, starting from Muhammad Ali, who was from Albania, not Egyptian. Because of this, after this revolution, it was the very first Egyptian president, Muhammad Naguib, then Gamal Abdel Nasser. General Farag, a lot of incidents.
نذكر منها حادث الإسماعيلية في حادث الإسماعيلية في 25 من
Sir, just before the revolution, the Ismailia incident which took place and where the Egyptian police made such sacrifices to defend the directorate, and after that it became the police day and also the fire of Cairo. Can we connect these incidents together to make them as the reasons to have the revolution? The 25th of January, as I told you, the British occupation to Egypt for 74 years, it was such a dilemma. So this incident which took place by the occupation to occupy the police station in Ismailia regarding the Cairo fire, it was one of the reasons how the Egyptian people were feeling the injustice and unfair treatment, and because of that the Cairo fire took place. All these incidents, they were behind the revolution and the rebellion inside the Egyptian society, and which led the Free Soldiers movement to make it, to have the revolution. General Farag, how we can consider the 23rd of July revolution of the greatest examples of unity between the people and the armed forces, to have only one situation, united together. In the very first moments of the revolution, on the 23rd of July revolution, and after the statement which was released by the then Muhammad Anwar Sadat, one of the soldiers, we found that the Egyptian people went out to bless the revolution, and we saw all together all the incidents which took place, whether in the era of President Mohammed Naguib or President Gamal Abdel Nasser. We found all people coming, flooding to the streets to salute him. This is to say to what extent the Egyptians were having faith in this revolution, and because of this, the revolutions had many elements to eradicate occupation, to eradicate the capital's authority, to hold a national army, to have social justice and a democratic life. All these goals were realized on the ground, and they were very much needed by the Egyptian people. So since the very first day, and when the revolution announced those principles, all the people coming together to realize them on the ground, and as a former officer to establish a national strong army. When the British occupation then said there are some restrictions regarding even the number of weapons, so the Soviet Union by then were our ally, and we resorted to the Czech weapons. So he started to establish a strong army. Also regarding social justice and social justice on the ground, they were realized by many steps, and because of this the people were very much united with the armed forces. General Farag would like also to speak about the achievements of the revolution regarding social justice, equity, and also freedom. First, what we realize on the ground, so no more parties, no more titles. A new constitution was written, new House of Representatives, a new parliament. Regarding the social life, as we said, the case was very much different with the farmer. Now farmers are owning their own lands. Also, the education service is introduced for free, whether the higher education or the first stages. Everyone had the right to receive education services from A to Z. Also regarding hospitals, regarding even universities, we had only 3 universities before the revolution. After the revolution, there are tens of universities distributed all over Egypt. All these services were introduced to the citizens for a decent life, to live in a right manner, and this is how the revolution realized on the ground its principles since the very first day on the 23rd of July 1952. Would like to add, if you permit me, General Farag, in addition to all these achievements on the ground, also the importance of preserving the homeland. And today, after 71 years, now all Egyptians, we are ruling ourselves by ourselves. Yes, of course. As I've told you, before that it was the Alawi family, Muhammad Ali Pasha, and he was from Albania. He was not an Egyptian, and his family ruled Egypt all over the years. But after the revolution, it was the very first Egyptian president, Mohammed Naguib, then Gamal Abdel Nasser. So the Egyptians were ruled by an Egyptian. We kicked the British occupation out of our country after 74 years. They were occupying our lands. We nationalized the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal returned back to the Egyptians, also building the High Dam to turn the lands into new irrigation systems, also new industries, textile and weaving in Mahalla and Kafr Dawar, also the steel, the car industries, the vehicles industries. A renaissance started after the revolution, and so social justice was achieved, one of the principles of the 23rd of July Revolution 1952. General Farag, after the revolution and after all its achievements, now every Egyptian has the right to receive good educational and health services. We'd like to talk more about education and health services after the revolution. As we told you, ma'am, regarding education, it was not for free, but after the revolution, it became for free for all Egyptians until the university education after the revolution. And because of this, after the revolution, everyone had the right to receive educational services for free. There was no differences between the poor and the rich, even for the military academies. The military academy, it was a monopoly for those who are the sons of the pashas or the rich class. Now it's for free and on equal foot for all people, for all the classes. There's no difference between rich and poor. Regarding the health services, hospitals were established all over Egypt, distributed all over the country. There's a central hospital in every city. The medical service is introduced for free for all people. Al-Qasr al-Aini, for example, or Demirdash, who are affiliated to the Egyptian universities, even all universities. There are some hospitals affiliated to them, all for free for the Egyptian people. And because of this, we are saying that the Egyptian people were all the time behind the revolution. General Samir Farag, our strategic expert, thank you very much for being with us.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a phone with General Samir Farag, the strategic expert. Now we are going to a short break and I'm going to be back with you.